What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Like always, I appreciate the love and support. In this video today, we're gonna do a special review on the base model C8 Corvette. It's in a yellow color. And without going any further, let's go inside and do this review. I'm super excited, and we're gonna do the whole in-depth full tour review on this C8 Corvette. So without going any further, let's get down to this video. So here we are in the detailing room, and this right here is the C8 Corvette. It's in a yellow color. That's pretty much the paint color. It's in a yellow finish. It looks really amazing, and we have it pulled up in the detailing booth, and we're gonna show you guys more in-depth tour of this C8 Corvette. So before I start this video, I want to give a huge shout out to Shop Club Houston for allowing me to record and film these cars. But now let's get on to the main topic, is about the C8 Corvette. Now, coming from the C8 Corvette, one of the first things I want to talk about is it's a huge improvement over the last 50 years of the Corvettes, being pretty much all the generations, starting from the C1 all the way to the C8 Corvette. It's a lot of stuff that has been changed, like everything's more improvised. You can see even the headlights are all pretty much, it's in a different version. The whole front end is an aggressive, the front. Then everything's more like the hood latch you can see here. Everything's in a curved design. It looks much more modern than it was in the previous generations if we compare it to the C1 Corvette. Everything is all different. The C8 Corvette is definitely a bargain for the money for what you're getting. The prices on these start out around pretty much up to 60,000 MSRP. It used to be a bit more when it initially first came out, but now it went down. So it's now more obtainable and more affordable for all the young generations that are wanting to get. This is probably one of the, like you could say this is probably a supercar. So this C8 Corvette puts out around 490 horsepower and 465 foot-pounds of torque. And it also has a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine, which is a huge improvisation over the previous generation. So 6.2 liter V8 naturally aspirated, 490 horsepower, 465 foot-pounds of torque. That's pretty much the supercar levels right there. Let's go on to the wheels. The wheels are in a gloss black finish. You can see the upgraded brakes that it has. It matches I love the color. The whole color scheme is really amazing. The yellow goes with the yellow. Black wheels really match up and gives that whole aggressive appearance. And then one of my most favorite things about the C8 Corvette, which this one has, is the roof is in a gloss black finish. It looks really amazing. Right coming from here on the sides, right here, you can see black wheels right over here. This is really amazing, like pretty much the bargain for the money for what you're getting for a C8 Corvette. And we could probably, classify this as a supercar. It's making those numbers as a supercar. It's a mid-engine Corvette. The previous generation's Corvette, as you guys know, the engine used to be located in the front. But over the years, things have changed. Now we have the engine located up to the back side of it. The back side of it, like what you see here, is like I mentioned before, 6.2 liter V8 naturally aspirated. And underneath here, we pretty much have the engine is right over here. So it's not like in the front, like you saw, like you guys know from the C1, C2, C3. This has it in the back side of it. So that's right, that's what it is right over there. Then we also get a lip that comes in the rear, the back side of it right here. It's a rear spoiler that comes right over here. Over here we get a rear diffuser that comes with as well too, and it looks really nice with the yellow appearance, and pretty much the black and yellow theme really looks amazing. Right here, coming from here, you can see the roof as well too. The roof is also, like I told you guys, it's in a black finish. And not just that, you could also open this up and this will come off, and you could put it right here in the back of it. So the front side and the back side has a button where you press, and you can put pretty much it's like a convertible. So you can put the roof right here to there and then lock it up like that. But I think for now I'm not going to go do that. But that's one thing to keep in mind on that. Then on the front side of it, there's some things that are really cool about the base model C8 Corvette that everyone needs to know. So to start off right over here, there's a button that you press right over here that will pretty much make the trunk open. So you can open the trunk like that. It's located underneath the bumper over here. That will make the hood, the trunk right here that pops up. That's where you put your luggages. It will fit a lot of stuff. So for a mid-engine, a C8 Corvette, it will fit a lot of stuff. And another thing about the C8 Corvette is that in some states, as you guys know, they require a front plate. So the C8 Corvette already has that. So it's located right over here. You can see this is where you put the front plate, and that's where it goes. So if there's a cop that pulls you over, they say that, hey, you need a front plate, you can put it right over here, and that's where you put it. But doing that, it will, ruin up the whole appearance, which I love how it looks like right now. So, but that's just, GM has created that just in case if you do, by chance, unfortunately have to put a front plate, then you have to do that, and that's located right over here. Like I mentioned before, over here there's a button you press, and that's what opens up the latch. So you have two ways to open it. One is from your key fob, or you can open it up like that, and it will pop up just like that. right over here, it's another cool thing about the C8 Corvette is that it has a parking sensor. So if I go in the inside the car, which I'll show you guys later on in the video, you can pretty much adjust and see how much you're parking. So that way that you don't scrape and ruin your front lip of your car or the front end of your car, which is very important. That's one of the cool features about the C8 Corvette. It has that ability where you can pretty much park and see how much you're parking up front. And as you guys know, how low the C8 Corvette is, there's a lot of cool things that I'm about to show you guys. So pretty much coming up from right over here, when I open the door, you just have to just press a button underneath here, and that's what pretty much, see like that. That's what you pretty much open it up. So there's a button underneath, you just press a click, and there you go, you have it, and it's all opened up. So before I go to the interior of the car, I do want to clarify and mention that all four sides of this car, it has Michelin Pilot's Cup sport tires in the back, so all four sides of it. Now let's get into the interior. So in the interior of this car, you can see here that it's in a black finish. It has this interior is a little bit different. I believe it looks okay, it looks good, but you know, it has like a black fade with the brown interior, which is like that. It would probably look better if it was all black, but nonetheless, it still looks good for me. I kind of like it. So right here, you can see here, it's in an old, like a burgundy type of color that goes with all that size right here. And then from the interior of the car, I'm gonna show you guys more into the in-depth tour of the C8 Corvette and the interior of why this is probably the best mid-engine Corvette that you could get in today's market and one of the best supercars, even though it's not a supercar. Like I know it's not a supercar, but with all the numbers it puts out, it could be a supercar. I mean, depending on the whole modifications and everything like that, you could probably, this thing could be outbeating pretty much a lot of stuff on the road. It really is 490 horsepower, 465 foot-pounds of torque. That's a lot of numbers. But anyway, let's get down to the interior and show you guys more in depth of the interior. So coming from here, you see the rectangle steering wheel we get, and then we get the Racing Stripe logo right here. You see the rev matches the paddles itself. Then right over here, let's talk about the main stuff. So it's an 8-speed dual automatic transmission with the manual mode as well too. So with a manual option you have right here. So you go in manual mode and do all the rev matching and all that stuff. Right here, you get the parking, the reverse and drive. So these buttons you have to pull itself, but when it comes to park and neutral, you have to just press that button. Right here, you put your hand right here, and pretty much this thing is what it does is just adjust your hand. So you could just move like that. It's like an armrest, so for example. So right over here, you see the middle button. Let's talk about the middle button because that's one of the most important features about the C8 Corvette. So that button right here, that's the axle lift system. So that raises it from 2 inches off the ground in under 3 seconds, which is really amazing. And that what it does. And also not just that, it has a memory file where you can pretty much save it and it will remember in the exact location of where it should be going. So if you're going on a gas station or somewhere that's steep, it's going to automatically lift it up, and then after that it's going to go do it itself. So you could program it to do it, and it could do that, like I mentioned, up to 1,000 locations. So like I mentioned before, it comes with a digital rear screen mirror. So if this is something that a lot of people they tend to forget, and a lot of people buy a C8 Corvette and they never know that this comes with the rear backup camera. So you can see what's going on the back side, and the rear backup camera is located on the back. So there's a camera in the back, and that's where you can see in the back side. So that is really a feature that General Motors GM has created. So you can see the back side of it, a digital rear screen mirror, which a lot of people buy a C8 Corvette and they don't even realize it. As you guys know, the GM, the reason why they did that is because the visibility in the back side could be very awful and bad, and that's why they invented and made something like that, so you can see in the back and more. The visibility is very bad on the C8 Corvette, which is why they improvised and made this cool feature right there that's located right over here for the camera feature. So you could pretty much like click this thing right over here and it pops up like that, which is really a cool feature made by GM. So the axle lift system, you can see right over here, so pretty much like I told you guys before, so you could raise it up by pretty much in 2 inches from the ground in 3 seconds, and you can see right there, it's up right there. Like I mentioned, it has the memory thing, a card inside built into this car where it'll pretty much remember. You could go to each of those corners and pretty much remember how, like, the car will remember itself when to go on those steep places, and then you can set it up like that, like I mentioned, 1,000 locations, which is really super amazing. Like the C8 Corvette is really the bargain for the money. You can see right here, 2 inches from there, and then if you want, you could just put it back into the regular position and just put it down if you want to. Like, it's like pretty much like an airlift system. So right coming from here, like I told you guys, let's get back to the inside of the car. So in the inside of the car, we can see, like, yeah, like I told you guys, you have to like pull those buttons right here. These, the park and the neutral, you just press those buttons. This is like the headrest thing where you pretty much move your hand like that. Then the head unit, like I told you guys, saw a digital backup mirror camera right over here. So we click this button right over here. Then, or on second thought, you have to probably have the car on, like I showed you guys, so that'll turn on for the digital rear backup camera. The front side, like I told you guys, this button right over here. You press that button and the parking, you'll see in your touchscreen here, the parking sensor. So that pretty much shows you guys all the stuff that's happening in the front side. So pretty much it's like it will protect your front end and front lip from getting damaged, which is a really cool feature made by GM. Right over here, you guys wonder about the C8 Corvette. Where are all the buttons to pretty much control the car, like your AC, navigation, and all that stuff is located right over here. A total of 20 buttons. You can see here, we get all the AC. It comes with all that stuff, the rear defroster. It comes with all that stuff. So the buttons are right over here. It comes with the AC control, climate control, auto control, this thing control, all of there's so much buttons. Then we have this button right over here. Then right here, the AC vents right here over here, they're located right here to give the passenger some air too, even though this is a mid-engine sports car. And it comes with all that stuff. One of the most important features about the C8 Corvette is right over here, and that right there is pretty much your speakers. So you guys wonder, where are the speakers on a C8 Corvette? It's located right over here. And one of the cool features about the C8 Corvette, you can see that it's engraved. The C8 Stingray logo is located right over here. So it's pretty much engraved and embossed into the speakers. So you can see the quality picks up right over here. You can see the Stingray logo, which looks really amazing. Then the Corvette signature logo is located right over there. Right over here, we get to charge your phone. It's like a place to put all your belongings and your phone. Yeah, you can put your phone right over here and charge things up. So it comes with that as well too. Right over here, there's a button you can press. So another cool feature about the C8 Corvette is that this rear, pretty much the back side of this mirror, this could come down. So what that does is that if you're wanting to hear the exhaust note on a sunny day, you could press that button right over there. That will come down and pretty much act like a convertible, and pretty much you could hear all the noises in the back, which is really cool and amazing. And then like you can see here, the buttons onto right over here that you could control the emergency lights. Then you got pretty much all that stuff right over here. Like all of the emergency lights and stuff are located right over here. The sun visors also have buttons too. So pretty much you can lift that up as well too. It has that too. And the quality of it really is amazing as well too. It's like pretty much the material on this is like a regular black finish. It looks really outstanding and marvelous. Right over here, like I told you guys, the vents, this is where it comes out. The doors look really amazing, and I'm gonna show you guys now more of the outside. So coming from the front, one of the most important features that I do want to mention in this video is that it comes with this is where you put all of your luggages. So this is all the stuff you put if you have to travel. You can put a briefcase, a luggage. You can put a lot of stuff in here, and people probably think a C8 Corvette's small. This is actually pretty big to put a lot of stuff with clothes. You can fit a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff. So it's pretty spacious in the inside of it. And that's right there for the front side of the car. Now let's see a little bit more in detail about the back side. But yeah, like I told you guys, the parking sensor up front right over here. This is where you put your license plate frame. If you choose to, or you have to, then you have to do that. Right here is your parking sensor, so you can see pretty much what's going on in the front to protect your lip from getting scratched and damaged. So you have that cool feature made by GM. It comes with every C8 Corvette model. But yeah, now let's go to the back side of the car. So if you notice on the C8 Corvette, you can see the mirrors are not exactly straight, and they made that because due to a little bit of fitment issues. You can see this one is straight right here. This one is a little bit slanted right there, but nonetheless, it still looks fantastic and amazing, and they did a good job on making the mirrors. The mirrors look really fantastic, but that's one thing to note about the C8 Corvette. The mirrors are not straight. But yeah, now let's go more into the back side of the car, and you can see underneath here, this is where the button is to pretty much open the car. This click of a button that unlocks it like that. Then right over here, you have other features right here. So this is where the vents go when you're driving this car, all the heat extraction. And now let's get more to the back side of the car. So the back side of the car, you can see the signature logo that it has here. And then right in the back side, you have some carbon fiber stuff that GM has made, which I'll show you guys. So you can see the camera's located right over here. So that's where the rear digital backup camera works. So that's where it records, if you guys are wondering. You have two ways of closing this, and you could do it by just, simply just tapping it like that and just close it like that. So you don't have to pretty much close the trunk very down, like very roughly. You could just press it like that, and you can see it's just closed. So it's really, General Motors made it really that simple and easy to do. So you don't need to pretty much like smash the trunk. You could just, all you have to do is just press that button right here, which I'll show you guys again. So you just hold the seat, like it pops up just like that, and all you have to do is just close it just like this. And if you want to be very gently and careful, you just press just like that. And that's one of the cool features about the C8 Corvette. So now let's go to the most important part of this video, the exhaust. So right over here, you just press this button, you just hold it, the car will automatically start up. So without going any further, let's do the startup, and then I'm going to pretty much do the startup. The exhaust is really beautiful. The 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 is really amazing. The exhaust note is really beautiful. I mean, you know, this is really, you could say this is really a supercar. The C8 Corvette really doesn't disappoint you for the bargain, for the money, for what you're getting. Under $60,000. This is really one of the most amazing things GM has made. I know C8 Corvettes are probably, you know, common by now, but we have to go look back in time to see that this, for, you know, for what you're getting under $60,000, the prices have significantly dropped over the years. This is really a, you know, a cool machinery that really, it changes the perception on every single person out there. Like, you would definitely love the C8 Corvette. It really offers a lot of stuff for a whole, not a lot of money. If you truthfully ask me, you could get this for under $60,000, and that's really, like I mentioned, 490 horsepower and 465 foot-pounds of torque. That's really insane numbers right there. Like, for a mid-engine C8 Corvette, that's really amazing. Like you guys know, there's other cars out there like McLarens and everything like that, but it doesn't compare anywhere close to the C8 Corvette. It really is amazing. The exhaust note you can see here, the V8's naturally aspirated. It really is amazing. I believe this is a stock exhaust, but nonetheless, even that, it still sounds amazing. Like, I cannot imagine how it sounds with the aftermarket exhaust, which that would be really crazy. But yeah, there's one thing I forgot to mention, that this car also offers a other different things. So you can have a tour mode, a sport mode, and a track mode. So you can set the track mode if you go on the track. The sport mode goes for sport mode. You can also adjust the configuration as well too. So what that does is that you can adjust it to however you want, your suspension, your exhaust. You can do a lot of stuff with the C8 Corvette. The C8 Corvette really is one of the best bargains for the money for what you're getting. You can also see that it has Bose speakers as well too, and an aluminum finish, which looks really amazing as the Bose speakers. And that's the speakers you can hear from that side, and it has it also on the left side as well too. And then, like I mentioned to you guys, the signature logo is right located there. So the speakers are in the 3 different places, which is really amazing. And like you see here, the hazard buttons right over here, pretty much the emergency signals. It has that. Like, pretty much the C8 Corvette is really amazing. And also, if I hit this button right over here, you can see the emergency signals pop up like that. The C8 Corvette, the marking, pretty much how it looks when you open it up. It looks really amazing. And then you could change the settings. The rev matches right here, turn signals right here. Let me turn that off for a second right here. Then you could pretty much left and right there. I mean, it really is a piece of machinery. The C8 Corvette really amazes me. And for what you're getting, it's not like probably the Z06, but for under that, this is definitely the bargain for the money. Like I mentioned, under $60,000. Like I told you guys, these things, when it was when they were newly out, they used to be $100,000 and up. But now the prices have significantly fallen down, and I feel like now is probably the right time to buy a C8 Corvette. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, wraps up this video for today. Like I told you, one more thing I wanted to mention, that this car, it does 0 to 60 in under 2.9 seconds, which it is pretty much compatible, and probably it could be faster than a Lamborghini Huracan or any other car out there. For pretty much the starting point, like I told you guys, 490 horsepower, 465 foot-pounds of torque. And it really is a piece of machinery that GM has made. I know this by now, it's probably like, you know, the C8 Corvette has been out for quite some time now, but I never done a review on the C8 Corvette itself, the base model. I have done the Z06 and other ones, but this is my first time doing a C8 Corvette, and it really does amazes me for what you're getting. For under $60,000 MSRP, you could probably get it for $54,000 if you keep going hunting down. But yeah, this is the whole review of the C8 Corvette. I hope you guys like this video. Be sure to let me know what you guys think about the C8 Corvette. If you guys think now's the right time to buy a C8 Corvette, what you guys predict of the future of the C8 Corvette, and let me know what you guys think about the C8 Corvette. And that's it for this video for today. I hope you guys like this video. Comment, like, share, and let me know your thoughts and opinion about the C8 Corvette. And that's it for this video for today. I hope you guys like this video. Take care and have a wonderful rest of your fantastic day. Peace out.